Summer Bay is seriously on edge, and what's coming for our favorite residents next week? Oh, it's going to send a shockwave through the entire town. We're talking a tiny, almost missed clue that could change everything we thought we knew. Then there's a desperate little lie that's already spinning completely out of control. Plus, a father-daughter reunion we've all been waiting for and dreading promises more fireworks than New Year's Eve. And if that's not enough, one of the Bay's most loved matriarchs is facing her darkest, most terrifying time yet. You honestly won't believe what's about to hit Summer Bay, so stick around.
Welcome. You're tuned in to Soap Shenanigans.
I'm Jock. Let's get into it. The tension around Cash, you could cut it with a knife these past few weeks. He's been like a coiled spring, full of unanswered questions and bubbling frustration. Whether it's a tough case hitting a bit too close to home or personal drama threatening to flip his life upside down, Cash has been walking a tight rope, just looking for that one breakthrough that always seemed just out of reach. The pressure, old ghosts, and the usual dangers of being a cop in Summer Bay have clearly been getting to him. He's been careful, he's been relentless, but finding the truth, it's been like wading through mud, with dead ends and false leads everywhere. But this week, get ready for Tuesday because things are about to take a massive turn. A new clue pops up, a piece of information so important, so potentially explosive, it could blow an ongoing investigation, or maybe a really personal struggle wide open. This isn't just another small piece of the puzzle. Spoilers are saying this is the big one, the kind of reveal that could change where everything is heading. Just think about it. A clue that could clear someone or point the finger straight at another. Maybe it connects a crime that stumped everyone or a secret that's been buried for way too long. The fallout from this is going to be huge. The breakthrough will get Cash so much closer to the truth he's been desperately chasing. But what is the truth? And more importantly, who's going to get caught in the middle when it comes out? Will this clue finally bring some peace, or will it just unleash a whole new world of pain and danger for Cash and everyone around him? The Bay is holding its breath because when this clue drops, nothing will be the same. The aftershocks are going to hit every corner of Summer Bay, possibly dragging in people we'd never suspect and forcing Cash to make choices that could shape his future and the safety of others. Roo, bless her heart, has always been a shining light in Summer Bay. Her door and her heart are always open to anyone who needs help. This week, that kindness pulls her into a situation that's both heartbreaking and super complicated. The drama kicks off with new Sergeant David Langham. He's got his own family mess going with his daughters Lacey and Joe. And on top of that, he's dealing with a tough case. He finds a woman and a young son Cohen who've been sleeping rough in a tent. Just a terrible situation. David tries to find a real solution, but on Monday he hits a wall and ends up having to arrest the mother after finding stolen goods. It's a tough spot for him. Seeing all this and probably just wanting to help a child who desperately needs some stability, Roo does what Roo does best. She steps in. She offers young Cohen a safe place to stay, a bit of calm in all the chaos. It really looks like this could be a new foster situation, which would be huge for Cohen and for Roo, especially after everything she went through with Eliza recently. Roo's got so much love to give, and you can tell she just wants to protect this little boy. But mixed in with all this generosity is a little white lie. Roo keeps something secret. Spoilers say this happens around Tuesday. And while we don't know exactly what the lie is, we all know while lies in Summer Bay have a nasty habit of blowing up into something much bigger. Is this the lie about Cohen? Is she fibbing a bit to speed up him staying with her? Or is she shielding him from a system she's worried about? Or maybe she's trying to protect David from some kind of trouble. Whatever it is, Roo's on shaky ground. Maybe this white lie's got something to do with Elf. He doesn't want Roo to foster a new child this quickly after Eliza. So we'll see. Deciding to keep this seemingly small secret could have big consequences. The more tangled she gets in a well-meaning fib, the riskier it becomes. Her reputation, her relationships, even this new foster arrangement could all be on the line if the truth comes out. We've seen Roo handle some massive challenges, but this one, mixing a huge heart with a risky lie, puts her in a really tough spot. The question isn't just if the lie will come out, but when, and what it'll mean for Roo, for young Cohen, and maybe even for David, who's already got enough on his plate. Eden's life in the Bay has been a non-stop mix of music, passion and some pretty intense relationships, especially with Cash. But like a lot of folks in Summer Bay, she's got family stuff simmering under the surface. This week, one of the biggest issues is about to explode. On Wednesday, Eden comes face to face with her father, and let me tell you, the spoilers are making it clear. This isn't going to be a quiet chat over a cuppa. It's a full-on confrontation, and you can bet it's going to be packed with emotion and some raw home truths. Eden's not the type to back down, especially when it's something this important to her. And you just know she's been psyching herself up for this. She's ready for a fiery showdown, a moment to demand the truth and hopefully get some answers. What's at stake for Eden here? So much. The meeting could totally change their relationship for better or for worse. Could this be a chance for them to heal, for apologies to be made and accepted? Or is just going to rake up old pain and drive them even further apart? The fact that it's called a fiery confrontation definitely means sparks are going to fly. There could be anger, accusations, tears and maybe, just maybe, a tiny bit of understanding. What does Eden desperately need her father to finally get or to answer for? We've all been glued to our screens waiting to see how this deeply personal battle plays out. Will Eden walk away feeling like she's got some closure? Or she'll be left with even more questions and heartache. And it's not just about Eden and her dad. These kinds of big family blow-up often affect other relationships too, like hers with Cash, her friends, and how she sees herself. Summer Bay sees a lot of family drama, but Eden Showdown feels like it could be a really powerful and game-changing moment for her.
If you enjoy this video, please take a moment to subscribe.
Irene. For so many of us, she's the absolute heart and soul of Summer Bay, right? She's tough, she's wise, she tells it like it is, and she's been through more than a fair share of storms. Her kitchen's been a safe place for so many, and her advice have been a lifeline. But this week, the spoilers have a really worrying message. Irene's problem isn't just carrying on, they're getting much, much deeper. They're intensifying to a point that sounds like crisis, far more serious than everyone realized. This troubling news is set for Wednesday, and it's painting a pretty grim picture for one of our most beloved characters. We've been seeing Irene struggle, but the way it's been described, problems runs deep, hints at something much bigger than the usual Summer Bay stress. This isn't just a bad week, it sounds like she's going through some major emotional turmoil, or maybe even a serious health issue that's been trying to hide or just deal with on her own. Irene's a fighter, fiercely independent, and she always puts others first. But that strength might actually be working against her now, if it's stopping her from getting the help she clearly needs. The thought of Irene really, truly suffering is just awful, both for the characters in the Bay and for all of us who've been with her on the journey for so long. Her current struggles are getting worse, and whatever she's carrying is clearly becoming too much to bear. Will she finally open up to her closest friends like Leah or Marilyn? Will the community she supported for ages rally around her now that she needs them? Or will her instinct to protect everyone else and maybe a bit of pride make her pull away even more, making her fight even harder? Honestly, the outlook is pretty concerning. And the news about Lynn McGranger leaving in 2025 just adds another layer of worry and significance to this storyline, doesn't it? While Cash, Roo, Eden and Irene are dealing with their own massive dramas, the shockwave doesn't stop there. Oh no, other Summer Bay residents are also caught up in the mess, their lives tangled up with the week's big events and spinning into new crises of their own. The week starts with David hitting that roadblock trying to help the homeless woman and her son Cohen, the situation that pulls Roo right into the middle of it. You can feel his frustration, and it's a sharp reminder of how tough his new job as Yabby Creek Sergeant is, especially with his own family dramas on the side. Speaking of David's family, his daughter Lacey, the rebellious wild child who's actually got a soft spot, is still pushing her family away on Tuesday. It looks like things are getting worse between her, David and her sister Jo, probably all stemming from their grief and anger about the car accident that killed their mum. Lacey's actions are just risking more isolation, putting even more strain on a family that's already at breaking point. Remy is really feeling the heat in Summer Bay. He's described as being under the pump on Monday, just snowed under with pressure that could be coming from his personal life, his music, or just usual drama that seems to follow lyric around. With new people in the bay like Avalon, who seems to be dragging him down a bit of a dark path, and all tensions flaring up, Remy's being pushed to his limits, and it doesn't go unnoticed. Later in the week on Thursday, Bree gets really worried about him. Remy's stress and maybe some odd behavior are clearly setting off alarm bells for Bree. Will she be able to get through to him before he does something he can't take back? Elsewhere, Jimmy is threading very carefully on Wednesday. This hints that he's stuck in a tricky situation, having to handle some complex relationships with extreme caution to avoid making things worse or making a big mistake. And the emotional roller coaster just keeps on rolling with Dana, who gets hit with a wave of jealousy on Thursday. This strong emotion is probably sparked by something happening with a growing connection to Sunny. Jealousy in Summer Bay? It's often the first step towards impulsive choices, big fights, and a whole lot of more drama. Will Dana confront whoever she's jealous of, or will these feelings push her to do things she'll end up regretting? Each of these individual struggles just adds to the overall feeling of a town on the brink. From David's work and family battles to Lacey's defiant attitude, Remy's risky path, Jimmy's cautious moves, and Dana's green-eyed monster, Summer Bay is a total pressure cooker of emotions and conflicts brewing. It's safe to say the fallout from this week is going to be felt for a long time. Seriously, this is going to be an absolute unmissable week in Summer Bay. Where do you think Cash's massive clue will finally uncover? Can Roo possibly keep her little life from blowing up in her face, especially with a new foster child depending on her? And will Eden's fiery showdown with her dad bring her some peace she's looking for, or just more heartache? I'm on the edge of my seat for all of this. I really want to hear all your theories, your predictions, your hopes, and your fears for our Summer Bay favorites. Drop them all in the comment section below. Let's get talking. And if you live for Summer Bay spoilers, recaps, and all the latest drama, and you don't want to miss a single second of what's coming up, then please make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you're the very first to know when I upload new stuff. You really don't want to miss what's next.
Thanks so much for watching Soap Shenanigans. If you enjoyed the drama, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a twist. And if you're craving more, just click on the video right here on the right side. The shenanigans continue.